Health Tips Tuesday, sponsored by Tommy Car Auto Group.
Today we're talking about the importance of mental health awareness. Here with us today is Dr. Barry Sarvet, Department of Psychiatry Chair at Baystate Health. Dr. Sarvet can speak to the importance of mental health awareness. Doctor, thank you for being here today.
Absolutely. Happy to be here.
Thank you. Why is it so important to raise awareness about mental health?
Well, David, a lot of people in the community are suffering from mental health conditions. Mental health conditions are extremely painful. In some cases, they can lead to tragic, outcomes, like suicide. And the problem is that a lot of people don't want to talk about it. And it's really important for the people who are suffering from mental illness to be seen and to be recognized that people are suffering in the shadows, and oftentimes hiding. A lot of times people feel embarrassed and ashamed to be having problems, as if a mental health problem is some kind of failing on their part. And the message, that we like to remind everybody is that anyone can have a mental health problem. And many people do. It affects about 20% of the population, and that's probably an underestimate. And it's really, really important that people be aware of, what's happening with others in their families and their communities and their friends. And that's I think the biggest reason.
Can poor mental health, can that lead to a physical manifestation, like poor physical health as well?
Absolutely. I'm so glad you asked that question, David, because, we go around, kind of thinking, a lot of people think that, the mind, is something separate from the body, but the mind is connected to the body. In fact, there are cells, there are nerve cells that extend to every part of our body, and hormonal connections from the brain and other parts of the body to the brain. It's all connected. People with mental health problems often have more severe manifestations of chronic illnesses like heart disease and high blood pressure and kidney disease, and all the diseases that people can get are worsened by mental health. One of the biggest connections between mental health and the body is through sleep, because a lot of people with depression, for example, have poor sleep. And when you have poor sleep, as you may know, I think everybody knows that when you don't get enough sleep, you feel really rotten, and it affects, your physical body, and it can cause, lots of diseases, from not being able to have that restorative sleep every single night. But there's lots of other reasons too that people with mental health conditions, often don't feel motivated to take care of their bodies. A lot of people with mental health conditions are kind of feel disconnected from their bodies, and they're not, able to, do all the things that we need to do to really take care of our bodies. Yeah.
Some good advice there. Doctor, thank you so much. That's all the time we have, but thank you for stopping by today. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.